hello, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. I see some people waiting on me. Oh, hello, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home. And we are going to talk about my harvest, my pumpkin harvest and squash harvest for this year growing season of 2022. And I am excited to share with you all of my beautiful pumpkins. It is raining outside right now here in the New England area, and so it has brought me indoors instead of outdoors on the deck. But I've been able to show you or display my pumpkin harvest so far, and I think there may be a few more still left on the vine as we continue to clean out the garden. I'm sure I will discover some more, but for right now, I am just pleased with the variety and the amount of pumpkins that I have and squash. And we have been eating quite a few of them as well. We've probably eaten about 8 or 9 of them in different times. So I am excited about this year's harvest because it has been spectacular, but also different from any other harvest that we've had. Before in the past, I grew a lot of the butternut squash, but this year it's not just the butternut squash that we are fortunate to have, but we've also grown the porcelain. Yes, porcelain pumpkin. And this is different for me versus the yellow pumpkins that we're used to growing in our garden. So I'm excited about talking about pumpkins, all things pumpkins, pumpkin pie, pumpkin desserts, and all things pumpkin. That's right. And as you can see here, I don't have a lot of orange pumpkins. For some reason, I don't know what happened to them, but I am so pleased with the variety of these mini pumpkins and different pumpkins that I have. So I say welcome to everyone who has joined, and I see some people are there. Let me put on my glasses so that I can see who is in the chat. Monica! Hi, Monica. How are you? Welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. And we are indoors, so we're in the home. Yeah, so now it makes sense, huh? Catherine's Garden and Home. We are in the home, so this is, it's raining outside and it's cold and everything. That one is cute. Yeah, it is. They're all the small ones, the baby ones are miniature. They call them miniature pumpkins. They are so cute and versatile, and they create a really beautiful display here. So I've been displaying them in the home and putting them out in the basket, and it has been a really nice way of celebrating my harvest. And what did you say? I'm good, a little under the weather. Well, I hope that this is able to cheer you up to see all of the different pumpkins and types of pumpkins that I have grown. Look at this one. Look at this shape. Wow, this is really different. And the colors. And I even have a little baby pumpkin. Isn't he cute? As I said, I didn't have much success with the orange pumpkins. I've only had 1, 2, 3 orange pumpkins, and one of the orange pumpkins I've already made a pumpkin pie with earlier, and it was so delicious. That pumpkin pie was so delicious. I'm trying to give us the best view possible because I haven't been indoors with taking the giving having our lighting inside as much, and especially in the evenings. So I'm trying to my best to make sure that you get to see them clearly. But yes, I love I love the different pumpkins. They are so cute. Yes, and the variety that I got this year is amazing. Check this out. This is such a pretty pumpkin. It's small and delicious. I found out the name of it, and I was supposed to write it down. I didn't do that. But this is a special type of pumpkin, and I don't think that I wrote that I necessarily bought this seed, but I think that it probably formulated on its own. I'm not sure. I think I see Yankee Sister. Thelma, are you there? Hello, my dear Catherine, and all the chat here this evening. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you again. I'm glad that you were able to come and join us again here at Catherine's Garden and Home. Hello, Deborah. Hello, your winter squash harvest. Yay! You love it? It is. It came out very, very, very good, and I'm hoping that the lighting is okay in here. Um, I'm almost thinking of moving one of these lights to a different location so that you can see a little better. But anyway, we'll move around. I'll move the camera around so that you can get to see them, or bring them closer so that you can get to see them close up. But anyway, glad to have you all with me. Yay! It is another Wednesday, and we are in October. Could you believe it? We are now in October. Yep. So this is a whole new time. It's amazing, just from September to October, how the weather's changed. Everything is different. We are now pulling out our jackets and our sweaters and all kinds of things. Hey, Beverly, how are you? Good evening, Miss Catherine in chat. Good to have you. Glad that you are here with us. I think I'm going to move some lighting. I've been playing with this lighting to see if I can get as much light as possible on us. But let me see something. I am going to be right with you. Let me see. Do you see all of my different pumpkin harvests here? Isn't it amazing? Yeah. I think that is just so amazing, all of them here. The different types of pumpkin. I'm going to just see if I can shift some of this lighting. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to just try and see if I can shift some of the lighting so that you can see a little bit better. I don't know if that will help. But I'm glad that you came. There's nothing like natural light. And I do have a ring light here and another light. Let's see. Yes, that helps a whole lot better. Yeah, I think I have a solution to this. One more. Say hello to one another. Greet one another while I adjust. Is that a little bit better? Yes, I think I got it. Yes, that is much, much better. Yeah, I don't look so dark. Let me bring it a little closer so I can read. Yeah, some of them are possibly gourds and pumpkins. And I did get my, I have out here a couple of um, the catalogs. So we're going to look at, I'm going to look at this Park Seed catalog. I also have my, one of my old Baker Creek heirloom catalogs that have the different squash and gourds, and we can take a look and see what they're called and see if we can identify some of them here. In the different catalogs, the Johnny catalogs. Yeah, and so I also have some information that I want to share with you all too about pumpkins. So yes, today is all things pumpkin, all things pumpkin. And let me see if I can, let me go back and greet everybody officially, because we are officially beginning right now. So Monica was first on. Hey Monica, Monica was waiting for me. Good to have you, Monica. Yay! So you get a shout out. Very nice indeed. She says, Monica says it's beautiful. She loves what I have displayed. And I was showing her all of the beautiful, cute little mini pumpkins that people have now been really getting into growing pumpkins, buying pumpkins. I happened to be walking through Whole Foods, and there they had displays of the little pumpkins like these, the little pumpkins and so forth, and they have them up, you know, in the place where the eatery was, and they had the different white pumpkins, especially seem to be very much a hit. And I don't know if you've noticed it, but pumpkins everywhere, all kinds of pumpkins, and it seems like the variety is getting more larger and larger, and people are really using pumpkins to decorate and to celebrate the harvest season. Well, some of those pumpkins can be quite expensive. Just for one little pumpkin, you could be paying like $6, $7 or more. And if it's a real fancy pumpkin, like my porcelain pumpkin here, you can be paying up to $10+ for one pumpkin. Whereas you can grow from a pack of seeds, or even do like what I did, which was to save my seeds from the year before and then plant them out in the garden. And this is the harvest. The majority of these pumpkins are from the prior year, in which I had gotten a seed packet of winter squash. It was called winter squash from the Burpee seeds. And I think, I don't know what I did with my Burpee seed catalog, because I would love to see where it is there. But from the Burpee seed catalog, from the Burpee seeds that I got at, I think it was Lowe's, I saw a pack, and it all had all of these varieties of different squash and pumpkin in it. And I bought it, sowed the seeds, and I got a lot of different types, like this one here, and this one, the mini pumpkins, and some of these, what I believe, like what you said, gourds. And I saved the seeds and planted them out this year. The only 2 seeds that I bought, or 3 seeds I would say, was the cinnamon pumpkin. So I believe that this is one of the cinnamon pumpkins, and also the porcelain that I showed you here, the porcelain pumpkin. And I had gotten them from Johnny Seeds. Johnny Seeds. And so they have them categorized as summer squash. They have the summer squash where you can get the patty pans. And in that packet of summer winter squash or winter squash that I got before was the patty pan. Yes, the patty pans. And so I saved the seeds and and then replanted them this year and got a whole lot of patty pans. Patty pans. And my husband really loves the patty pans because it cooks very well. It bakes well. It's almost like potato, but sweeter, and it tastes good. We really enjoy the patty pan, and so it's caused my family to explore with new tastes and new types of food. What did you say, Yankee sister? She said, what does the patty pan taste like? It tastes almost like, it depends on which stage you get it at. When it's small and young, it tastes more like zucchini. But then when you leave it on the vine for a little longer and it's big like this, it has more of a taste almost like a potato. It has the texture almost like a potato. And I like it big versus more like the zucchini kind of texture. And just to let you know that the pumpkins, let me give you some facts about pumpkins. Pumpkins are a type of squash. Pumpkins are a type of squash. And they are related to the cucumbers, watermelons, and cantaloupes. And haven't you ever noticed that? You notice the watermelon, especially the ones with the stripes, that it looks something like this here? Well, they're all in the same family. Watermelon, cantaloupes, and cucumbers. Pumpkins, let me know if you think pumpkins are a fruit or a vegetable. Put in the chat. Do you think pumpkins are a fruit, or do you think that pumpkins are a vegetable? Put it in the chat and I'll let you know afterwards. Come on. This is a quiz. Are you eating a fruit or are you eating a vegetable? Their leaves look similar. Yes, they do, Thelma. Yes, they do. Pumpkins come from the Greek word pepon, which means large melon. And then the first pumpkins were grown in North America in early 1600s. Thelma thinks that pumpkin is a fruit. All right, so that's one for fruit. Come on, the rest of you, tell me what you think. Come on, Beverly, Deborah, Monica, come in the chat and tell me what you think. Is it a fruit or if it is it a vegetable? Beverly says it's a fruit, so that's two for fruit, two for fruit. Pumpkins come in all shapes and sizes, and obviously this is a testament to that. They come in all shapes and all sizes. Yes, this is like a medium one, whereas you have the babies here, and then you have the larger ones. I don't have any large ones this year like I've had in before. I think, so Deborah says a fruit, right? Deborah, did I miss you? Deborah says it's a fruit. So that's three for fruit. Any vegetables? Anybody thinks that a pumpkin is a vegetable? Let me know. Come on in the chat and put down what you think. Is a pumpkin a fruit or is it a vegetable? Pumpkins are great for cooking. Pumpkins are great for cooking, obviously. This is such a staple. It's such a good thing. It is good for sautéing, for baking, for boiling and roasting, right? And you can do all of those different things. And they even said that you can eat pumpkin raw. How many of you have you eaten a raw pumpkin? Just dice it or slice it up thinly and eat pumpkin raw. I've never eaten raw pumpkin. I've always done some kind of cooking, either stewing, baking, boiling, or roasting. But how many of you ever eaten it raw? And did you enjoy it that way? Rambo, hello, Rambo. Miss Catherine just got home from work to catch you. How are you? I'm doing fine. Hey, hello, Rachel. Good to have you. Blessings all in the chat. Woo, look at those pumpkins. Fabulous. Yes, thank you. Brampton, yes. Hello. So we're asking the question: are pumpkins fruit or vegetables? Which one do you think it is? Put it in the chat. Do you think a pumpkin is a fruit or a vegetable? And so some of the things that one can do with pumpkins, also in cooking, you can make soups and stews and curries, casseroles. You can make butters, cream-based sauces, and pasta dishes. People do all of that. Use pumpkins in all of those different ways. And then, of course, desserts. Pumpkins in desserts. Hello, Sonia. How are you? You're listening. Oh, good to have you. Since you're asking, I'm going to say, what are you going to say, Bram? Since you're asking, I'm going to say fruit. Haha. Okay, good. Okay, they are a fruit. It produces seeds. Seeds on the inside of it. Okay, itself. All right, Rambo. Rambo's giving us more detail. Hi, Sonia. Hello, Yankee. Everybody's greeting one another. That's good. Well, you all are very smart, because that's right. Pumpkins are a fruit. Pumpkins and squash, they are considered fruit, not a vegetable. So that's good to know that you know that difference. um, and so you can make with pumpkins, yes, about the seed, yes. Desserts, you can make pies, tartlets, muffins, cakes, and cookies. All right, so what do you like to do with your pumpkin? Hit the thumbs up. Yes. Yeah, hit the thumbs up. They taste weird, raw. Yeah, some people, that's what they say, that you could eat it raw. I don't even think that I would want to eat pumpkin raw. I would think that it would have a strange flavor, but it's possible to eat it raw as well. I guess if you are one not to cook your food, then maybe that would be it. Never had them raw. Neither have I, but I think I might just try out some pumpkin next time when I make a pumpkin pie. I will try and see how it tastes raw. Pumpkins can be used in decoration. Okay, and Brampton says my favorite way is the recipe from my Guyanese friend. Okay, I'm not a big fan of pumpkins. All right, pies, says Thelma. Deborah says she's not a big fan of pumpkins, and Rambo says Deborah. Yeah, well, maybe if you tried some of these different varieties, you might like it, because I've found out that they do have different tastes, different of the pumpkins or squash, if you want to call them winter squash or gourds. They have a different taste. Some of them have a more nutty taste. Some of them have a sweet taste. And then some, of course, it's more like a side dish, like a potato. And then Rambo says, I see people use for decorating. I feel hurt because I always see food going to waste. Yeah, some people use it for decoration as well. The pumpkins. Pumpkins can be used in decorations for the fall and autumn season, and people cut them for jack-o'-lanterns and for harvest displays. But really, pumpkins and squash, it's food. It's food. And especially now where there may be food shortages and all of these things that are happening, I would encourage you to store your pumpkins and your squash, and they do last for a long time. Last year, I happened to grow a couple of jack-o'-lantern pumpkins, actually more than a couple. I had like 4 or 5 of them, the orange kind, and they lasted a long time. They lasted all the way into February, and it was very, very good. Remember, I decorate them with and then eat them, yes. And yeah, so it's good when you eat them. And some people give their their squash and so forth to the pigs and the chickens. And if you live on a farm or a homestead, it's a it doesn't go to waste that way. But for those of us like myself who are city dwellers, you can always compost them as well if they rot. And what I found too, some of them do rot, some of them get damaged. And what I do is I save the seeds. That Yeah, I don't know what you said there, but anyway, yeah. So food is so this is a really wonderful way of celebrating the season and making different types of foods. Like you have desserts, you have pies and tartlets and muffins and cakes and cookies. And with the dessert, I love the pumpkin spice. I love the smell of the pumpkin spice, and I love adding them in the food, and especially like when I'm having guests over. There's something about having that pumpkin spice smell filling up the house and giving that aroma. It just gives a feeling of harvest and home, right? It makes us all feel warm and fuzzy inside. And when you go into your different shops and you see the muffins and the cakes and all of the different cookies and pies, you really know that the season is changing and that it's harvest time. So pumpkins can be used in decoration, and also pumpkins. I love everything pumpkin. Me too, Thelma. They will last long as you keep them in a warm, dry place. Especially keep the stem on it. Never break it off. I got a pumpkin pie in the fridge. Yes, I love pumpkin pie. Yes, it's Thanksgiving this weekend here in Canada. Oh, that's right. Well, happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, of course, we celebrate it in November. But yeah, I actually looked on my calendar and saw that Thanksgiving in Canada. So happy Thanksgiving to you. And so this is so appropriate for you, Brampton, to talk about pumpkins and pumpkin pie. And here in North America, pumpkins were grown here. The first pumpkins were grown in North America in early 1600s. Yeah, at the early 1600s. And so pumpkins have been around for a long time. Oh, really? Yes, happy Thanksgiving. So then also, there are many different varieties. There are 17 types of pumpkin varieties that are really good for eating. There are more than that, but I got an article on it. And pumpkins come in a variety of sizes, shapes, and colors. We have the sugar pumpkins, the carving pumpkins, the pie pumpkins. And what is your favorite variety of pumpkin? You can put it in the chat. What is your favorite type of pumpkin? Ha ha ha, I will think of y'all. Maybe I'll live and rub it in. Ha ha ha. Well, you go ahead. Crown Prince. Crown Prince pumpkin is your favorite? Wow, that's cool. There are a lot of nutritional benefits of pumpkin. And one of the nutritional benefits of eating pumpkin is the vitamin A. Vitamin A. Yes, I think October Thanksgiving is a better time. It's actually during harvest time for us, and it's not too close to Christmas. Yeah, that's true. Bramkin, I have the Cinderella Pumpkins. Yeah, but the Swan Gourd stole my heart this year. Wow, wow. Well, let us talk about the different types of pumpkin, the varieties, and then I will do a show and tell here. You can eat the leaves, the blossoms too. Yeah, you could definitely eat the pumpkin blossoms, and it is all edible, which is really good. I mean, if you were down and out and you had no other choice, and who knows what the future holds, but growing your pumpkins is just a really great food source. And there's 7 types of pumpkin varieties for eating. And one of them is the sugar pie pumpkin. The sugar pie pumpkin. The sugar pie pumpkins are small to medium in size, averaging 50 to 20 centimeters in diameter and weighing only 2 to 6 pounds, and are round, global, and uniform in shape. The smooth orange rind has shallow, light vertical rings that connects into thick ridges. Green-brown stem. The flesh is moist, pale orange, fine grain, dense, and pie pumpkins are tender, buttery with a sweet, earthy, nutty flavor. Yes, and so this is a cinnamon pumpkin. As you could tell, it's still a little green, and the reason why is because the dry weather and also a powdery mildew had come, and so it started to dry out on its own. But you can still bring them in, and it will ripen here in the home because my house is warm and it's by the window where it can get the sun, and it will turn orange. It will turn, and it will be ripe, and then I will use it for my pies. But yeah, that is pretty much the size of a cinnamon pumpkin. They're small, and they're really great for pies. Hello to all. I'm searching my stash for yarn to start another crochet project. Oh, that's nice, Deborah. Okay, and then Connecticut field pumpkins. Now they're the big pumpkins. Now I didn't grow any big pumpkins like this. Any of you grew any huge pumpkins? That's my first one. Continued to ripen in the house. Yes. And so that was good to know, because I was wondering, am I going to lose out on my pumpkin because it is coming off of the vine a little early? And when I read that, I felt very, very happy, because I know that I would still be able to eat it. Yeah, so even if you, by mistake, pull your pumpkin early, it won't go to waste. Just bring it in and let it ripen indoors. And the white Cinderella pumpkin looks like this. This is what Brampton said that she grew in her garden, the Cinderella pumpkin. It looks like that. And it's good for stacking, right, Brampton? Rachel? Cinderella pumpkins are medium to large in size, average 30 to 38 centimeters in diameter and weighing 15 to 35 pounds. Wow, did you get big ones? And are round in shape with a flattened blossom stem end. And the skin is thick and dense, rich orange, encased the central cavity with pulp and flat, creamy colored seeds. When cooked, Cinderella pumpkins are creamy and moist with a mild, slightly sweet flavor. So you can probably puree this and also make pies with this, and with that thick skin. That's this thick, meaty part of the Cinderella pumpkin. I might have to try that next year. I tried to grow the Connecticut pumpkin with no success last year. Figured there was not enough time here. Oh, well, if you're in Connecticut, I'm surprised that it didn't work for you, but keep trying. Here's another type of pumpkin, and it has the dark colored skin. Here, this is the Jahara pumpkin, and it's an heirloom pumpkin. You'll be amazed to see the different types. Then there's the tiger striped pumpkins, and that's what I have a lot of, the tiger striped pumpkins. Do you see that? Yeah, I have a lot of those tiger striped pumpkins here that I was able to grow. Aren't they beautiful? I think this is one of the pretty, pretty pumpkin. Look at the intricacy and the tiger stripes, the look. It's just so beautiful. And they're all different and unique. Just a beautiful, beautiful pumpkin for decoration. And then we have some that are very unique. Yes, isn't it pretty? Very unique. And notice how this is shaped a little bit different. This is almost like the patty pan kind of shape. I think it's just so pretty. I love it. So that is also, and it is edible. The flesh is thick and dense, compact in case, a small central cavity with stringy pulp and many flat cream-colored seeds. When cooked, mini tiger pumpkins are tender and smooth with a sweet, slight nutty taste. Wow. And then this pumpkin is the Cinderella Pumpkins. I know I'm not pronouncing it right, but I have this as well. And this is one. And they're just so pretty. Each pumpkin is just so unique. When I saw this, I was so impressed with it. It's so cute. This one reminds me of a watermelon. For some reason, this really looks like a watermelon. That's, how the sugar babies, they have the two types. They have like the female and the male type. Yeah, this reminds me of a watermelon, but it's a pumpkin. And it says that they're round in shape. The rind is fairly smooth with shallow ribs. A distinct malted dark green stripe that extends the length of the pumpkin from the stem to the blossom. And the pale yellow flesh encases a cavity filled with dark green hullous teardrop-shaped seeds. And it has an earthy, nutty flavor mixed with bitter, smoky undertones. And then they have the Queensland purple pumpkin. This type. This reminds me more of my porcelain styled pumpkin. And this pumpkin seed I got from Johnny Select, the porcelain. Yes, this, and it's heavy. It truly is. This is a meaty, meaty pumpkin. Very heavy, very heavy. And it is, I haven't eaten it yet, but it grows really well. I have one, two, I had another one. Somehow it got picked early, and then there are two out there on the vine, and it's really dense, very dense, beautiful pumpkin. And I got it from Johnny Select Seeds. And then, let's see. And of course, you know of the butternut squash, and waltham. And that's what I have here. The butternut squash, waltham. And in the past, I grew so many of them. I remember like 2 or 3 years ago, it was just butternut season for me here at Catherine's Garden and Home. I had like 10 or 12 butternut squash, and it just kept for a long time. My family really enjoyed butternut squash. I didn't have as many this year, but we've eaten more of them. I think we've eaten like 3 or 4 of them already. But you know, if we were to buy this in the supermarket, it would cost a good penny in the produce section, because this is almost a foot long or so, 12 inches, a little over 12 inches long. And, you know, in the supermarket, it's by the weight. This is the biggest one that I got. Check this one out, my butternut squash. It's a good size, and it was out there for a long time, so it is really ready, and I know that it will last a long time, even though the top came off. But I can tell that this is going to be delicious. Yes, delicious. Now, I want to introduce you to another kind of squash. This one here. This is delicious. Talk about a sweet tasting squash. We grew it, I don't know, it must have been in the seeds, within the seeds. It just came about, and it grew in the front. And on the vine, it had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different squash. Actually, six of these squash on one vine in the front. I guess the location that I picked for it was so good, and it just kept producing and producing. So over there, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I also ate 1, 6. It was delicious, and it is called just that. It is called delicious. Delicate honey boat. Honey boat. You see that? Honey boat? And they sell the seeds at Baker Creek here, heirloom honey boat, and it is delicious. It's one of the sweetest squash varieties in existence. Oblong, delicata shaped squash has tan skin with green stripes, excellent quality, and produces early. And it is delicious. It is exactly what they say it is. So if you get a chance, I'm going to be saving my seeds. And if you come across that, get it, because it is delicious. And it grows really well. It grows really well. And it produced a lot of squash. And then we have the cute little tiny ones here. And I had a lot of those cute little tiny ones. They're called Jack B. Little or Chinese miniature. And aren't they beautiful? Look at this. My Chinese miniature. Beautiful little squash. Isn't this gorgeous? And they're so cute. I have them here on the dining room table as a decoration for now, but we will definitely be eating them as we go along. Isn't that wonderful? I'm just so happy with my squash. And let me see. I also have this kind here. This one, this kind. And this is different from the porcelain. I have the name of it, and now I don't know what the name of it is, but it is a specialty squash, and it is just so pretty. But I thought it was a porcelain squash, but it's not. And you know what? Sometimes I think what happens is that you buy squash seeds, right? A certain type, and sometimes they get mixed up in the packaging, so that when you sow the seeds, you might get a variation of that. Plus, if they're all together, sometimes I think they pollinate, and it produces a different kind. You know, when you save your own seeds and then and then plant them and germinate them, that it helps to create different and new original plants. And I think that's what has happened here for me, that from that winter squash seeds that I got from Burpee last year. I saved those seeds and planted them this year in my garden. And that's why I have such a vast variety of different types of squash. And I think that will happen for you too. But this was the first one of the porcelain. And it definitely looks like porcelain. Doesn't it look like porcelain? This is the first one that I harvested. So it's been sitting here for a little bit. And the skin is just like porcelain, like a porcelain doll's face. It really has lived up to its name. So I think I've covered all of them. And then I have my little baby's pumpkin. This little baby pumpkin is from my grandson. Yeah, he's going to love it. He loves pumpkins. He says, "Pumpkin, Nana, pumpkin, pumpkin, how many pumpkins do you have, Nana?" And he would start to count, and he would start to say, 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, because he's only 2.5 or so. He was trying to start to count them. I have to help him along with the counting of the pumpkins. And then we play a game with the pumpkin. I said, "Give me the orange pumpkin. Give me the white pumpkin. What color is this pumpkin? Green. Yes, green pumpkin. Get none of the green pumpkin." We have a lot of fun, and he really loves pumpkins. And you know, children just really enjoy pumpkins. They enjoy gathering them. They enjoy seeing them. And this is definitely a season or time for family and for fun. And harvest time is such a blessing. And I am feeling so grateful for all of these different types of pumpkin and the different types of squash. And I have a lot of seeds. I know I've given some seeds out. But yes, it's really, really a wonderful thing to be able to plant. So when you cut your pumpkins and your squashes and so forth, make sure that you save the seeds. Save your seeds so that you'll have some to sow next year in your garden. And because there's so many seeds that you can gather with, that you can have many, many plants. But the thing is with pumpkins and squash and gourds and things like that, you have to make sure you give them room to grow. So when you're planting them, you want to hill them up, put them in very rich soil, and then allow them to have room to sprawl. But also you can place them on a trellis, and that will help you. That will actually make it easier when you are ready to harvest them. And then also the pumpkin and the squash won't be on the ground, you know, because you don't want it to rot. It has been a dry season, so I really didn't have that much problem with my squash being on the ground and spoiling from the moisture and so forth. And we didn't really have a lot of bugs, squash bugs and things like that, because there wasn't that moisture, you know, because those kinds of pests love moisture. So it was a really good harvest, and I'm really pleased with the success of this harvest here at Catherine's Garden and Home. Yeah, so there are in the catalogs. Beverly, I haven't heard much from you. Did you grow squash in your garden, Bev? And Sonia, did you grow those squash? I had to battle with the groundhogs on all my squashes, pumpkins, and sweet potatoes. Oh no, Thelma. Wow. And Sonia, did you plant the patty pan, and did you have any success with the patty pan seeds? Let me know. And Beverly, did you plant any squash, and have you been gathering them? And anyone else, have you had success with your squash and your pumpkins? No squash or pumpkins for me. No? Oh, wow. I'm surprised. Oh, wow. I'm surprised because you grow everything else. I'm surprised you didn't grow any pumpkins or squash. But anyway, the other thing that I had great success with are my peppers. My peppers have come in, and I have been gathering them in. A lot of peppers, my green peppers, and those banana-like peppers. I know, right? I know. And then you love catalogs. I thought you would have the different ones. Um, but this is really, really delicious. Spaghetti, sugar pie, and yellow squash. Yeah, I've never tried the spaghetti pumpkins or the spaghetti squash. So that would be something new for me. But for those of you who are into it, this is the delica. That's what I was telling you about that we have there. And it is really wonderful. Very, very tasty. Very, very tasty. And here's the spaghetti squash that you were talking about there. Yeah, so that is really it for the squash season. And there may be, I grew the patty pans, got 3 and gave 2 away. Okay, that's nice. Now, with cooking, so I assume, Beverly, that you don't like pumpkin pie. No? No pumpkin pie for you, huh? And, but also, squash has its you could decorate with it. And with the decorating of the pumpkin, I have my Victoria magazine here, and here are some displays that they have with no pumpkin pies, ha ha ha. Wow, I'm shocked. But look, you can use it for displays. Look at that. They have the different displays. And I was going back and just looking at the different years that I have here of Victoria and the different ways that they use pumpkins for decoration. So you can also decorate. My squash are just now flowering. Oh, Sonia. Wow. Well, I hope that you get some squash in. You could see the different decorations. You could use it to decorate your dining rooms and so forth. And the different types of squash there. Yeah. So it's not just for cooking, but it's also for beautifying your tables. So hopefully you'll be able to save some of your squash for Thanksgiving and harvest time. And you'll be able to use them as a display on your tables. So I think the only other thing that I wanted to talk about with the squash is the nutritional value. Did I mention any of that with you all? The pumpkin's nutritional value. They have the mini pumpkin blend, which we talked about. But one of the things, the benefits of the nutritional value of pumpkin is vitamin A. Vitamin A. It's high in vitamin A. You also have vitamin C, calcium, and iron, but more so vitamin A. And it's good for your immune system. It gives you hefty doses of beta carotene. It's from the orange color. And it's good for eye health, skin health. It's full of antioxidants, and it has digestive benefits. Yeah, so eating it, but then of course you don't want to eat it with too much sugar and so forth, because that steals some of its health benefits. But it does offer a lot of nutritional benefits of pumpkin, and it's low in calories, of course, because it's natural. So when you are eating pumpkin puree is good. It has very high in vitamin A, beta carotene, and other antioxidants. It's a good source of vitamin C and E, vitamin C that is found in the pumpkin. And then the pumpkin seeds, pumpkin seeds and pumpkin oil, the oils. And this gives 8 reasons why you need to eat more pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds. It decreases diabetes risks. That's what they say. Promotes weight loss. Helps you de-stress and boosts your mood. You canned pumpkins last year, Thelma? Wow, that's great. Erases or eases arthritis. You may be able to eat your way to arthritis relief by snacking on pumpkin seeds. Wow, there's been a study about that. So there are some benefits to eating even the seeds of the pumpkin. And so that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for me here. How are you all doing where you are? And have you been harvesting a lot of your veggies and so forth? And how's your garden growing? Things going well for you? I hope that things are going well for you in your garden. Here at Catherine's Garden and Home in my Zone 6, my grands love roasted pumpkin seeds. That's great, Thelma. In my Zone 6 garden, things are waning and winding down, and it's starting to get cold. So I'm going to have to be really diligent in getting out there and gathering my tropicals and so forth, and making sure that everything is put away for next year. And then I have to start to plant. I have to make sure that I'm out there planting my bulbs, my tulips and daffodils. But everything is still looking pretty good in the garden, so it's kind of hard to want to go out and tear things down just yet. It's cold and wet. My seeds are germinating. Oh, that's nice. You did fall planting, Deborah. That's good. I did not pursue the fall planting because everything is still so lush and green, and I've just been enjoying what I have here, along with my kale and eating my different vegetables and so forth. So I haven't been feeling like tearing down anything just yet. Continue to enjoy your gardens, continue to enjoy the process. I am grateful to you all for joining me here at Catherine's Garden and Home, and I hope that this inspired you to grow some type of pumpkin, maybe not for you, but maybe for your grandbabies if you have any, or just to have something different in your garden. And also to save your seeds and plant, because then you can get such a variety of different pumpkins. You'll be surprised at what Mother Nature provides for you. Now, do you see the variety? They say variety is the spice of life. Well, Variety is the spice in the pumpkins. Aren't they beautiful? Even just for the beauty. And what did you? Beverly says, I have harvested. Gardens of Me says, I have harvested quite a bit of green beans. Soon need to dig up my dahlias and calla lilies. We'll also plant garlic soon. Yeah, that's really good. I need to do the same thing, but I've never planted garlic before. So maybe that's something that I need to do, Bev, right? Is to try and plant some garlic. I was actually talking to my husband about that. Yeah, and I might just try that. And Yankee Sister says, that's a table of money there. Yes. It is. If I were to go to market, I would have a lot to sell, huh? I would have a lot to sell right here if I were to go to the farmer's market with my harvest. Um, oh, Miss Catherine, you will love it. Wow. Maybe next year. I wish I had room to grow them. Yeah, well, the thing is, Rachel, you can trellis them up. You can grow them up versus allowing them to sprawl. And I know you watched some of my videos there, and you could see that I just used my shrubs and I allow them to grow on the shrubs because it doesn't matter. Eventually, they're going to die and disappear. But my arborvitaes, my other shrubs, they can stand the weight of them. And it actually worked as a trellis, keeping them off the ground. These 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 delicious squash I grew in the front, on the shrubs, and they grew in amongst the shrubs, and it was wonderful because the leaves were on top, but then the fruit just hung down. So when it was time to harvest, they turned out so nice. Look at how clean the fruit is. And we were able, I think they loved the location because they got plenty of light, they got plenty of sunlight and air circulation. So we really didn't have a lot of powdery mildew because we allowed them to just sprawl on the shrubbery there. And so it is too about location, but you can be creative because the squash doesn't come about until later on in the season. And just dedicate a little area just to them. But they need a lot of sun, they need some air circulation, and you can grow them up. Some people grow them like on a teepee, they create a strong teepee for them, or on cattle panels, and allow the squash vines to grow up on that. And they're able to get a lot of squash that way. Yeah, so try different things and continue growing. I'm excited about this, but then also there's so much more. We have our winter sowing coming up soon, so save your bottles. I have been saving my bottles, my water bottles, and my family likes to drink apple juice, and they have those clear apple juice containers. So I've been stashing them away so that when the time comes, I can do the winter bottle sowing. And I'm looking forward to that as well. So continue to just think about the garden and what you want to add to it, and enjoy the process of gardening. I'm saving bottles now. Me too, Thelma. That's exactly what I'm doing as well, saving the bottles. And it's been fun. It's been fun to see this, because not every year, as I said before, you're saving bottles too, Deborah? Yeah, not every year do you get the same harvest. I've noticed there have been times years when I have a lot of peppers or tomatoes, and different types of particular vegetables or fruit. Last year it was the figs. Remember the figs? Well, this year no figs, but this year definitely winter squash has been a hit for me. And I know that I'll be able to store them and I will be able to eat the squash and the pumpkins into the season. Hopefully, I can get them to cure really well. What I need to do is just let them sit out in a warm location, let them continue to ripen, and then store them in a cold, dark location. And I have the best spot for them so that they can last over the winter. And then eat my squash as we go along. So, continue to gather and harvest. Enjoy what you get. Yes, just let's be grateful and thankful that we have food and that we can grow our own food and that we can eat the richness, from the ground. And I really thank you all for coming and joining me here at Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. It was peppers and okras this year for me. Really? That's great. Congratulations. Yeah, each one of you, tell me what was your bumper crop for today, for this year. What did you grow that you got a bumper crop of? Yes, bumper crop abundance. What was it? Put it in the chat. Let's celebrate. Let me celebrate you and your great harvest too. Tomatoes for Yankee Sister. Yay. Yay. Come on, put it in the chat before I say goodbye. Yes. What was your bumper crop, Sonia? Yes. What was your bumper crop, Deborah, Monica, Rachel? Who else is there with me? I think Deborah already told me. What was your bumper crop this year? Yeah, let me know in the chat. And for those of you who are going to watch the replay, make sure you put it down in the comments section. What is your bumper crop for the year? What did you have a lot of? Yeah, let me know. Let me know. Yes, my chantel melons. Melons, okay. Garlic and green beans for Bev. For Monica, it was melons. What kind of melons are that? Sharon Tia's melons? I don't know that. That's something new, Monica. Sweet potatoes, said Deborah. Wow, that's different. Wow, that's so great. There's something so good about gardening that you can try new things and experience new joys each year. Isn't that wonderful? It doesn't get boring at all. And it is so exciting. Well, I am happy that you came and spent some time with me today, this evening. I hope that you are happy and that you've been inspired to grow and to know that when you plant a seed, that you can gain a harvest. Yay to everyone. Yay. Yes, I give you all a hand. Yes, as we grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, grow, grow together. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. In Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. You guys make me happy. Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Catherine's Garden and Home. Yes, as we grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Catherine's Garden and Home. Yeah. It makes me want to get up and dance. Yeah. And Catherine's Garden and Home. Yeah, I'm excited about my harvest. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Catherine's garden and home. That's right. Catherine's garden and home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together. Yeah, you all could dance for me. Nighty night, everyone. Nice being here. Blessings. Yes, Beverly. Woo! Blessings and peace to you all. And much, much joy. It's so nice to know that in the midst of everything that we can have joy and abundance. And I pray that this year will be an abundant and blessed year for you as well. As you grow things and you share things and you appreciate life. Yes, and you are thankful. Rachel, happy Thanksgiving. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. You make me so happy. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Blessings, everyone. Much love, says Yankee sister. Monica says, have a wonderful night, everyone. Deborah says, you should be. It's a nice harvest. Yes. Gardens of me say, nighty night, everyone. Nice being here. Blessings. Yay. Blessings and peace to you all. Sonia and everyone, have a great evening. And thank you so much for joining me here at Catherine's Garden and Home. See you next time. Angie, beautiful harvest. Thank you, Angie. Thank you for coming and joining me here. Catherine's Garden and Home. Yes, and welcome to October. Brand new month, full of many blessings and peace to you. See you next Wednesday. Bye. And also visit the website. And also, if you haven't subscribed to Catherine's Garden and Home, hit the subscribe button for more videos and more joy. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and a wonderful evening and a great week. Take care, everyone. Thank you, Angie, for joining. Thank you, Thelma. Thank you all. Have a great evening. Bye. Catherine's Garden and Home.